Alright, what up, guys? We're back. We started a new segment called um, Underrated or Overrated. We choose low-key shows and we pretty much binge like the first season and see if we like it and see if it's pretty much overrated or underrated. A low-key show that I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about is an anime called Fate Zero. I think it came out in 2011. We've both previously watched it in the past. I didn't finish it. I think Stefan did, but we rewatched it, and now it's just making the same noise again.
Let me change some settings, see if it makes the same sound. Hold on.
Yeah. So, what's your thoughts on Fate Zero?
Fate Zero, I would say it's not as good as I thought it was when I was younger, definitely, because the plot is really basic. But the character development is for certain characters is pretty good. I would say some people's reasoning for even fighting in the Holy Grail was kind of off-putting to me. I do like the concept of like a tournament type anime because I like tournament type animes, and the outcome at the end was actually kind of a cool ending for one of the characters, but for the rest of them it was like, oh damn, this kind of sucks. But I would say it's not like top tier anime. I would say it's mid, like in the middle. I don't hear you. You're muted.
Okay. Can you explain the ending?
So in the ending, basically we find out that can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's still making that noise.
Just go.
Yeah. So basically we find out that Kiritsugu Emiya, the guy that uses guns to fight his enemies, basically Saber's master, basically wins the Holy Grail war, and Iris feels like a vessel that was used for sacrificing, like by her dying was one of the ways to activate the Holy Grail. And when he was inside the Holy Grail, it showed up as her, as a way of communicating with the master, that whoever wins. And basically he wishes for world peace, but the girl, there's one exception to the for a wish, is that the girl only grants wish only in the way that the user is basically capable of, how should I say, it can't go beyond the user's mind capacity. Like basically, how would you create world peace, and if you don't have the knowledge of how you would want to create that perfect world, it only goes based off the way how that person was trying to achieve it, because they can't comprehend on how to achieve basically world peace. And so we know that Kiritsugu's theory on how to stop war from happening was eliminating all the bad people, or saving the most people as possible at the same time. And it just goes to show you that there's always going to be evil and there's always going to be bad people. So there's no way of actually saving everyone. The only way he was going to find peace was only killing everybody and only having his family. And that's what kind of happened at the end.
Yeah. So what's it called? The thing that I realized, like, watching it from back in the day versus watching it now, I realized why I didn't finish the show. I never finished it, by the way. I think I only watched the first season. It's split into seasons, right? It's not just Netflix.
Yeah.
So I feel like the best way I can explain the show is like it starts like this, and then it just starts
What's
going
going
like
down?
this, like, and it's kind of like, I feel like my main issue with the show specifically is like it's called a tournament, but it's not a tournament. Like, it's not. So hold on, I wrote some shit down. Let me see if I can
More of a
find
battle
it.
royale, right?
I mean, if that, like you know what I mean. So I feel like, all right, so me and you can both say that the best parts about this show is the concept and the animation, right?
Yeah.
Like that's basically the best parts of the show. Like the mages they call upon ancient heroic spirits to fight last man standing type shit gets the grail. But everything else about it, I feel like it falls flat. Like the plot specifically, I feel like it's all right, like it's average, like an average plot. You know what I mean? The characters, I didn't gravitate towards anybody. Like I didn't like care if anybody died or not. Like it was just kind of like whatever. Like I mostly cared about the servants more than the masters, if anything. Like you know what I mean? What's it called? And I would say like the reason why I would have said like the best parts about the show is the fights, but even the fights are like all right. Like it was a lot of like I feel like 80% of the fights were just sword fights. You know what I mean? And I feel like I don't know. I just everybody's from different times. I feel like I thought it would just be just something more unique, you know. Also, I feel like a lot of the fights felt like sparring matches more than like a battle royale or like a tournament. Like you know what I mean? Like like I don't know. There was a lot of moments where I was like, okay, your main goal is to get to finish the opponent and get the grail. Yet you walk away when you have a chance to finish your opponent. Like you know what I mean? It's kind of like no matter if it's like, oh, yo, I have my beliefs. Like I like to fight fair or whatever. Nigga, kill that nigga. Next nigga, like yo, like what are you talking about? So, for example, let's talk about the servants. Each servant's abilities can be I feel like they can be categorized into like 3 sections. You know what I mean? So like there's like a special ability, and then there's like a passive ability, and then they have like their ultimate ability. You know what I mean?
Phantasm.
Yeah. So for example, Saber, the special ability is the invisible air, right? Her passive ability is the sword sheath that heals her. You know? And then her ultimate ability is Excalibur, obviously.
Yeah.
Because of this and the fact that there's only 7 servants, I feel like we all know they're not gonna like the show's about fighting, so it's like when they fight, we all know they're not gonna like kill each other then, like you know what I mean? Because it's only 7 servants, so like if every time they fought somebody lost, the show would be really short.
Yeah, it'd be like a 12 episode show, I believe.
Yeah, so that's why I feel like a lot of the fights felt like a little forced. Like, and I feel like they were forced to be limited just because it's like they can't really do much. Like, so I feel like it doesn't justify it having 2 seasons. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or like, and this is over 20 episodes. We're talking about over 20 episodes.
Yeah.
I said like I was saying like in my head watching the show, I was like, yo, imagine waiting like every week for this episode for this show. Like you're like oh hope like the grill like next fight like it was just not that at all like yeah. I feel like because of the limitations of the plot and that there's only 7 servants, they gotta stress the plot over 20 fucking episodes, and it feels like they're because there's only 7 servants, they relied on the masters for character development and whatever, but you know what I mean. And they give that excuse for why they're just walking around most of the time, like you know what I mean, like why does Saber need a suit and tie, like why do they need civilian clothes, like you know what I mean, like they're fucking spirits, like in my opinion all of the characters were weak except for obviously Kiritsugu, but even him, like I found him like uninteresting, like as a because obviously they give him the most backstory, so they want us to root for him to a degree. Like he's the main character, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like he reminds me of a character that like kind of like he's a fake ass Kakashi, like, you know what I mean? Like a fake ass Sasuke, like he leave, yo, I'm so deep, I'm so like, yo, I don't trust nothing, like, yo, like he's one of those niggas, but like his backstory was supposed to make you care for him, but I cared less. Like the nigga, like his dad was making zombies or whatever. Like, he just shot. Like it was just, I don't know if it was supposed to hit me a certain way, but that whole episode, those 2 episodes, I was like, yo, I don't give a fuck. Like, please go back to the grail. Like literally, I was just, and I was like. The thing is, like, they took the time to give him 2 episodes. I was like, imagine if they did that for all the characters. Like I feel like it would have been a little bit better because, like, just so we all get context. And I feel like the reason why they did that is because a lot of the characters didn't really have anything to do, like, or any real goals to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
Like the serial killer nigga, he was just killing niggas. Like he didn't really. Like the little kid, yeah, he wanted like respect or whatever, but like, and the 3 main houses or whatever, they were all just like fucking each other over the whole time. Like, you know what I mean? It just felt like, I feel like this show, a show that pulls off this concept, like about people getting spirits during a tournament, that pulls it off better is Shaman King. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and I know that's not the only show that does that, but I just feel like, one, it doesn't limit their abilities. These 7 servants can't do anything other than those 3 moves to a degree. Like, there's no evolution, there's no like, oh yo, let's like, after the reason why a lot of the fights, like Saber didn't use her ultimate move until like only like twice in the whole show. Like she, like, it's like they're held off because they can only do so much. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like with Shaman King, there's like, they give you like a basic that everybody can do, and then you could grow from it. I feel like the growth in that show versus this show is like astounding. Like, I feel like this show didn't need 2 seasons. It doesn't need 17 spinoffs. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I feel like this concept just made sense for a short series. Give it like 45-minute episodes and like make it an actual tournament. And I feel like there would have been more stakes. Like, instead of like Caster just randomly turning into a giant squid and eating niggas for no fucking reason. And then they're all like, yo, let's just team up and fight this shit. And then Berserker's just fighting the Gilgamesh in the sky for no reason. Like, it was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was just so confused. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of the time, I felt like I was confused. Specifically because they can't rely on action. Like, when I say action, I mean the spirits fighting. Mm-hmm. They rely on a lot of dialogue. And I feel like it was just a lot of just niggas talking to me.
Yeah, I in the show, what anime tends to do, like they like to bring philosophy into TV shows a lot, and that's like one of the main things that all animes do. Like even Naruto or Bleach. Yeah,
there's definitely a lot in this show too.
Yeah, so that's what they like doing in most like action anime shows, because they want to kind of let the viewers know like why the person is behaving the certain way that they're behaving, or like why they're trying to get the grail. And I think they did a little bit too much of that with certain characters. But I do feel bad. I did feel bad for Kiritsugu, because I think his past was pretty pretty fucked up. I mean,
but like, it's an anime. Of course, his past will be fucked up. But it's like, yeah, it felt out of place because it was talking about like zombies or whatever. Like, and I'm like, I was just confused. I was like, what does this have to do with anything of the show? I guess it has to do with the bugs or whatever. How they were using the bugs but I'm like,
I mean, in this show, there's the magic was capable of creating creatures too. Like that's what the Mato family was kind of specializing in, which is why Berserker was using like insects to increase his like power, because like
not Berserker, but the nigga.
yeah, the guy, I don't know his name.
Yeah, you don't know another name, do you?
I mean, I don't remember Berserker's I don't remember his name.
Caster.
Masters. Caster, I know I think his name was Ryu something.
Okay, what was Gilgamesh's master's name?
Something Tokasa. I watched it in sub, so they say their last names.
Yeah, hold on. We're back. Yeah, but I just feel like I did like that there was no fan service in the show. That's cool. A lot of the things I feel like they were saying, we just supposed to believe it. Like they didn't, like, you know what I mean? Like that's another thing I felt like that this show does poorly versus other shows. Even though it was 2 seasons, it still felt like there was a lot of things they were just saying, and you would just have to believe it versus them kind of giving some type of explanation about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's all I really have to say about the show.
The issue I have is with Kiritsugu's story about seeing his father create like these homunculus / vampires. Is like, I didn't see like how did he gain the natural courage just to pull the trigger out of nowhere. It was like, damn, he was like, even like it was like he was just like born that way. Like he just easily just killed his father like it was nothing. Like that was the first time he seen his dad do something bad, and he instantly just shot him like it was nothing.
And then the shorty was like, "Yo, you were built for this."
yeah. He kind of got to the point where it's like, damn, like it's like he knew what he was gonna do too when he got there. Like he knew like he was gonna kill his dad. And I just wonder if that's like really a believable thing for a kid to do, like instantly like that. Like I think it would have to be some built up thing, like seeing your dad do shit like that all the time, not like the first time you see your dad. I don't know, I thought that was strange. Basically saying that he really loved that girl that much, that the point like, damn, I liked her better than my dad, I wanted to shoot him right there and then. But you can see how like it kind of traumatized him after when he killed his father. You can see how it kind of traumatized him and made him like into this like, oh, I want to be a hero. Like he took the idea of a hero the wrong way, and I felt like it's kind of fucked up because like he realizes like, damn, I really can't save the world. Like at the end of the show, which I find cool. But one of the most annoying characters of the show, because I feel like he like, why is he here? Is Kiri, I forgot his name. It was like Kirei.
Give me explain him.
The priest.
The way the priest, the one that the nigga killed, and he took his command seals from him.
Yeah, that guy. I think his name is Kirei Kotomi, something like that. Anyways, like he's this priest, and basically he's like this nihilistic dude who doesn't believe there's any purpose of living or anything like that, and he doesn't have like really any purpose at all. He doesn't believe in anything, and basically he entered the Holy Grail to figure out what his purpose was, because he didn't believe like he had one or like anything to enjoy. I think he lost his wife. Probably that's what traumatized him.
Are you talking about the nigga with the swords, or are you talking about the priest?
The guy with the sword. The church.
Okay. So like the antagonist nigga.
Yeah, the son, the priest's son. So I'm like, bro, like I still didn't get his like why he was doing it. Like at the end of the show, it was basically saying, damn, he was
just a villain. Like he was like that's the thing about. Like that's the same shit you're saying about him is the same shit I feel about Kiritsugu. He's just, I want to save the world. Like, Of course they showed backstory for him versus they didn't show backstory to that nigga. Yeah. But there was still like 2 sides of the same coin. Yeah. Like one was just the villain, like, yo, I want to destroy things. I want to be, and then the other one was like, yo, I want to save the world. Like, yeah. They were both pretty flat characters to me. Like, and even that fight that it was better the first time I seen it. The second time I was just like, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I could have swore that fight was fresher.
It's crazy, right? So niggas put that shit on top 10 best fights. I always see that shit. But me watching it now is just so like.
And then I thought Lancer was like crazy. Like I thought that Lancer fight with Saber was crazy. And then
they were just not doing shit a lot. Like it was just a lot of them talking. Like and then that Lancelot reveal, like I was like, am I supposed to care about this nigga? Like
one thing that I did like about the show is like the themes that they're talking about, like how to lead, like how to be a king. Also like how to save the world. And since the Holy Grail only takes wish to your mental capacity. Basically, there's no way to save the world because you don't even know how to save the world yourself. That's what it was basically saying. We go based off your mental capacity. Which I wonder is like, what if he really did have like a way to save the world? Like, who are you to say that? Like, what if I said like, no more violence? I don't know. That's somewhat of world peace.
I wouldn't save the world. Like violence, it's like that was like stopping people from being mad. Like so everybody would be kind of like no emotions type shit. Like, you know what I mean? That's pretty much saying no emotions. Because if a nigga fucking shoots you from your lawn, I'm not gonna be like, oh, thank you.
Why can't you be like my wish is no violent acts possible. No violent acts possible.
But being violent is like right after being like mad. Like, you know what I mean? Like because you're mad, you want to be violent. Like, you know what I mean?
You can't be mad and not be violent.
No, I don't think so. Like
really?
I don't think so.
You can't be mad and not do a violent act. Not
everybody can control their anger.
But I'm saying, why don't you just remove the act? You can't control your anger, but you can remove the act, right?
But the fact that I'm saying if you're mad, right?
Yeah.
It stems from something, and you could either be mad or do something about it. Most of the times, some people can control it, some people can't. So it's like you're saying like somebody gets so mad you're about to do something, and right before you do it, you just stop.
Yeah.
That doesn't even that's not human. Like, you know, that's not regular.
That's what Kirei was saying. He was saying something about like, oh, it goes against humanity. Like you're not human at that point if you can't do evil acts.
Yeah, well, it's like if you can't act on your feelings, like, you know what I mean? Like we're emotional creatures. Like if your girlfriend cheats on you, you're not just gonna like, you know, you're gonna feel some type of way.
I mean, you can feel some type of way without hitting that person, though. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
I'm saying, but that shit can only you. That's you're saying that for yourself, but not for like niggas out there can't control themselves. Like,
but it's not about what other niggas can't control. With the wish, they'll be able to control it because they can't do it.
But I'm saying at that point, you're taking away emotions, like because nobody's just gonna be emotional. Who do you know that's emotional that instantly stops out of dying?
So how could an act be an emotion?
I'm talking about before the act. Like you're upset, that's why you act. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like you're better off taking away emotions versus taking away violent acts. Because with emotions, it's going to cause eventually like an act. Like even if you're not violent, you might do something fucked up, which is still not violence, but there's niggas that do harmful shit that aren't violent. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that is true. Like I don't know.
I can't explain it, but like if a nigga scams you, he's not harming you, but he scammed the fuck out of you. You're broke, and now you're living on the street. Nigga, like, you know.
I guess you're right.
But yeah, in my opinion, because after watching the show, I was looking up. Like, you know, I like to look up just to see what other people think and shit. And this show is actually regarded pretty highly. This one, only 2 of them out of like the 17 series are really like, yo, this shit's heat. This one, and people say Fate Stay Night.
Yeah, but there's a difference. There's a Fate Stay at Night and then Fate Stay at Night Unlimited, something like that. That's the one I watched. The Fate Stay at Night Unlimited. I seen that one.
I just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one, but so yeah, this show is highly regarded. In my opinion, if we gotta choose between underrated and overrated, I gotta go overrated.
Mhm.
That's just me, Like, I don't know. Just from what just from watching the show, like I don't think I could recommend this to a degree. Like, I feel like I could recommend something better. Like, you know what I mean?
You definitely could represent something better. I don't think the show's complete garbage. I
don't. But I'm just saying, it's out of the two, overrated or underrated. Like, it's one.
It is overrated. I would say it's overrated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely overrated.
Because think about it, you could find a better show that has to do with tournaments. You can find a better show that has to do with spirits. You can find a better show that looks better animation wise. You can find it like all that everything about the show. You can find something better at it.
There was this battle royale anime with zodiac signs. Like whatever zodiac sign you are is like kind of like has to do with their combat skill. That show was fire compared to.
Isn't that Seiya?
Huh?
Like that? Isn't that the Seiya?
I don't think it's called that.
But you know who I'm talking about, right? That nigga Seiya. He has the Zodiacs. I'm out of it.
I think it's called Zodiac Wars or something like that. I don't know.
Probably not. I'm sure. I don't know.
Yeah, it's called Juni Tyson.
Yeah, never mind.
Zodiac Wars. I think that's the way how to say it in Japanese.
Anyways, but yeah. So, all right. So I have a handful of shows, and I want you to. Since I picked this one, I want you to choose the next one. Now, I don't really have a handful. I only have like 2 or 3.
Of a show that we should watch?
Yeah, like the next one for this. Underrated, overrated.
Something that I haven't watched?
I don't think you've watched it. I have it though. Hold on, let me see. Oh, we can watch. I have the Spectacular Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Or Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Out of those 2, which one you want to watch?
I would say spectacular Spider-Man.
All right, yeah. So that will be the next one for our overrated or underrated.
Right. How long is that one?
I don't know, but we're just gonna watch the first season.
Oh, okay.
Wait. We did watch 2 seasons of this show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I was tight watching 2 seasons of this show. Let's see how long it is. Okay, so it's 2 seasons actually. Okay, 2 seasons. Damn, that shit got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I remember watching it back in the day, and I know it's really good, but shit. Okay, so yeah, I'm down to watch both seasons. They're only 13 episodes each. That's pretty short. All right, but
glamour of wearing diamonds.
Diamonds bring
Status.
elegance and prestige. Their brilliance makes